Marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On first down, Stafford here. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team...
And shutting him off down open field. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mike, check 33. 33. I'm coming.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Let's go.
A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding that they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. That is caught at the 7. And in for the Lions touchdown. Hunter Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's coming. Check him.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking deep for Adams. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. Mike 34.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Shift. Watch the shift. Middle. Easy, alert.
Mike 7. Mike 34.
Stafford now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
It's our time.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Play action. Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, give me radar.
Now it's Stafford. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check here.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Man open. Here is Jones. Touchdown, Titans. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a throw here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Stafford. Complete to Jones. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. On 2nd and inches. Stafford, he'll buy some time right. He hits Adams complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Stafford looks to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Back to throw, Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Let's make these babies crawl on the way back home. Mike 34, Mike 34.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A final shot before the break, Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
26.
Now a give right side Swift. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. Touchdown. Darius Slayton. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He's got the hook up to Lazard, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be. Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. And a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time, an interception return for another score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
63, Titans 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Mike 34, Mike 34. Let's go, defense.
53, ready.
On first down, Stafford here. That's taken in by Henderson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Stafford now to throw. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Twenty, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Stafford on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Lions 84, Titans 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Now Stafford. Jones has it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, it's Stafford. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jones. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point try now for Patterson. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Now Stafford. Looking deep for Adams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Swift is hit and he coughs it up. It's picked up by the Titans. The 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And running with power here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Throwing again is Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some. Runs over it. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big play there out of the running game.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Detroit.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. 56 is Mike, 56 is Mike. Over.
Rodgers throwing here. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.